Well, I've come up to the shop to work on the wood chipper, see if I get anything done or not. Um, and I say that because I'm on the injured list. Uh, Piece of metal right over there that I moved without using my chain hoist because I didn't want to take the time and I threw out my lower back. I have lower back problems, had them since high school. And I know better than to do that crap, but when you're in a hurry, you just do stuff anyway. So I can't do much of anything today at all. But what I'm hoping to do on this wood chipper is replace this rear axle. Do you like that pointing job? Woo! That rear axle. I don't like my little kludge square tubing, just use the spindles, the way all that looks. It's just nasty. So I was looking around through the scrap heap and I found this tubing over here. It's actually an old PTO shaft. And what I'm planning to do is take the plasma cutter and cut out the strap iron, or cut off the strap iron from the spindles and machine the spindles down until they fit into that tubing and just have a regular tube axle. And then these plates I got laying here, I'll use them to come up from the axle to the frame on the sides over here. I think that'll work a whole lot better. I got these pieces of square tubing sitting here because I'm going to spot weld them onto the back of the frame. That way the frame stays the same height. And not that that's really that important, but I guess what's more important is I'm going to make some jack stands out of it that, won't fall down. So I don't know if I'm going to get a lot done on this today. I do have a couple other things I've got to do here this afternoon, so we'll see how this all goes, but I think I will save all this footage and just make one episode of me changing this axle around instead of, 3 or 4 little ones if it takes me a couple weeks to do this or whatever. Okay, well, that ain't going nowhere. I was busy cutting up the spindle and disassembling it, and I got done with that, and then I realized this saw has made 0 progress. I didn't get a bimetal blade this time because the place I normally go to get my blades, I asked him if it was a carbon blade or a bimetal blade, and he says, I have no idea. I said, well, I want a bimetal blade. And so he looked at the guy running the register next to him, and he said, is this a carbon or a bimetal blade? And the other guy looked at me and said, it's for cutting steel. I was like, okay, we don't give a rat's ass today about selling them the correct thing, so I bought it anyway because I needed a blade. I ruined my last one. And I just ruined that one now, cutting through the spindle. I almost have a suspicion that the weld was maybe a little hard in one spot. But honestly, I think it's just a cheap carbon blade. And it's not designed for doing this kind of work. Arg. Okay, rant over. This is quite interesting. These spindles are not the same. And look at the difference in length from where they're machined to the end. Completely different, and a completely different style of machining them. That's weird, if you ask me. I mean, it's off the same plow. I think it's even off the same axle, if I remember right. Like, it was a walking beam axle, so one tire stuck out this way and one tire stuck out that way. Yeah, I just don't understand that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so my plan is measure this 1.88-ish. 1.825 is what I'm getting for the little one. Alright, the pipe measures about 1.6 is what it comes out to. So I can take a substantial amount off and slide it down into there. Do a couple rosette welds and I think it'll work great. Alright, well, that is where I'm going to quit for today. My back is absolutely killing me. Good news regarding that, though. I was sitting in this chair earlier, and I decided to do my stretches that my chiropractor gave me years ago to do. I've been trying different chairs and on the floor and all kinds of things to get it to work, and it hasn't been working. But I was sitting in this one, and my lower back went kerthunk, like a skull-shaking kerthud. And my back feels significantly better. I don't have the pain shooting down to my toes now, but the muscles are still not happy. So anyway, good news. All right, well, let's see if I get back to this tomorrow. I am going to do a whole bunch of this off camera here real quick because I'm just going to take the hand grinders and knock down those welds. I'm going to clean up these stubs in the gas tank or solvent tank and get them nice and pretty. Then I'm going to get set up in the lathe. So that there be the setup. I haven't dialed it in yet, but I'm out of time. Got a nut on there, spacer, spindle, steady rest. Yeah, you get the idea, right? I don't need to name all the parts for you. You're smarter than that. It's actually, it's actually really, really darn close. I just kind of eyeballed it and stuck it in there. So we'll see how far off that is. But yeah. As I said, I am completely out of time. I've got to go take my wife out for Valentine's Day because, well, Valentine's Day is during the week and we probably won't be able to get away that day, so we're doing it today. Well, welcome back to the wood chipper build. It's another day. It's raining out today, so I am working in the shop because I don't have any shop work at the moment. All my work's on site. So hey, wood chipper, why not? Even though I need a clean shop, but I gotta work on this. I just got done indicating this piece into the chuck here. I went ahead and made a separate video on doing that because I feel like that's good information. So if you want, there should be a card or a link in the description or something somewhere showing you how just to watch that video if you're interested in indicating a shaft in a steady rest. That information doesn't seem to be readily available on YouTube. Now I'm just going to take it down to size until it fits into that tube. I was originally going to take 4 inches down on this, but I don't think I can because apparently this is hardened. Can you see that line right there? Yeah, it's ruining my bit once I go past that. But that's about 2.5 inches, give or take. I think that's more than enough overlap for no more weight than this is. Well, this is holding. So, yeah, I'm just going to machine it back to there, try to get about 2.5 inches off of it. Ready, Freddy? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, like a glove. That's it. That is a beautiful fit. Ha yeah. Pretty happy with that surface finish too. It's not perfect, but considering nobody will ever see it, it's wonderful. Alright, I will bring you back when I get the other spindle done. I won't record any of that, because it's the same thing as this, only different probably. Now we'll spot weld the stub shafts in on each side. Drill a hole in it, a couple holes, and then fill those holes up too, and then we'll finish welding it. I'm quitting here for right now, because the next step is to degrease those bearings and re-grease them and put the spindles together and put that all on the shaft, because with these being different spindles, what did I say? Hubs, whatever. Surely you know what I'm talking about. Because these spindles are different, I don't know where the tire runs center on those. So I've got to put everything back together before I can put it back under the wood chipper and figure out where center is. But I gotta go feed the cows right now, so good stopping point. No idea if I'll get back to it this evening. But doesn't that look 100 times better compared to what I had? I like the looks of that axle. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with.